Please bet on football games.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Please Bet on Football Games podcast. I am your host Alex, here with the on-air talent Joe. Joe, how's it going today?
Totally normal, super normal, fine actual week. This is another one of those really weird weeks for me where I did clean the fuck up in real life betting, but we did not. And that makes me both sad, but also I don't fucking care that much because we said this week, like, we hate this card. That's why we bet half units on everything. We fucking hate it.
We bet 5.5 units on the week on 6 bets.
I will say, fucking Detroit. But
yeah, I mean, that's the real switch on this whole week was our one big bet.
Yeah.
But let's get into it. We'll talk about all of them. A lot of losers this week. As a whole, we lost 2.57 units off of 5.5 units bet, so not good. We won 2 of our 6 bets. First up, a loser. We had the Dallas Cowboys over the Carolina Panthers -3. That was a 1-unit bet. Did not win.
Yeah, no, and the Cowboys did not deserve to win at all.
No.
I was shocked. I graded this game because people were saying I need to grade more Dak Prescott. People are saying Dak Prescott belongs in the MVP race. I went and graded this game so that I could have all of his games graded this year. I was really unimpressed with not just Dak, but the entire Cowboys team. The defense is atrocious. The fact that the Panthers almost blew this game was mind-blowing in and of itself. We deserve to lose this game.
Yes.
The takeaway is Rico Dowdle. Holy fuck. He was everything. And also the Dallas Cowboys defense. Where is it? I don't think anybody knows.
It's purely hypothetical.
Yeah, we deserve to lose. There's a bad loss.
Yep, I agree.
Wouldn't do it again.
Not much else to say. Game 2, also a loss. We had the Chargers over the Dolphins. That was a -4 spread. That was a half-unit bet. We lost that half unit.
Yeah, this game was bullshit. But also we laid 4 and shouldn't lay 4. If you watch this game, the Chargers were in control the entire time. The Chargers, they withstood some of the typical Charger bullshit. Drops galore, bad punts by Jim Harbaugh. Fun fact, in the last, I believe just this season, Jim Harbaugh has lost the second most win probability of any coach in the NFL to kicking when he should not be kicking. Who could have seen this coming? I will say, we thought that Mike Vrabel would be right there next to him. Brothers in having no scrotum. Mike Vrabel's amongst the best this year. He's been aggressive.
Interesting.
Yeah, he may have learned something in Cleveland. But yeah, I mean, the Chargers absolutely deserve... Exactly. The Chargers absolutely deserve to win. They were up 6 points with, 5 minutes left in the game and basically just prevent defensed a Tua drive into the end zone. It was frustrating. It was dumb. The Chargers are still mistake prone as fuck. I thought Jim Harbaugh was supposed to fix that by simply existing and having a good culture of not making simple, stupid mistakes, but alas, they keep doing it. What did I learn? The Chargers are still the Chargers. You can never lay more than 2 points with them, but that's kind of it.
Yeah, same. I mean, Miami hasn't given up as much as I expected them to.
Yeah.
I thought this would be the week where they'd really pack it in, but no, they're still playing.
Every year we relearn that NFL teams don't fucking quit. They just don't fucking quit. They always believe, and even when they don't believe, they've got that vindictive asshole streak that they want to fuck up everybody else's year. They don't quit.
Yeah, and I think, some of it is they're auditioning for jobs next year.
Totally.
That I always discount until this happens, and I'm like, oh yeah, well, they still do care somewhat.
All right. So
anyway,
I feel exactly the same about this game as I did when we made the pick, which is I don't want to lay 4, but I'd love to lay 1.5. And part of the reason that I won money in real life is because I found a way to bet -1.5 live for $4,000, and I won $4,000. So that's how you do that. For future reference, in case we don't make it abundantly clear, if we say we really hate a number, just try to live bet at moneyline. You'll always find there will be one moment in almost every single game where the team laying 5 that you really wanted to bet on but hated the number gets under the 3, and you take it. In this case, I got 1.5, and the game landed 2, so I got lucky. But alas, next game, our Lord and Savior.
Our big win of the week, we had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the San Francisco 49ers. That was a -3 spread, a full 1 unit. We won. We deserve to win.
Yeah, no, and the drive quality model from Sportfolio Kings, our buddies over at Sportfolio Kings, the drive model agrees. Buccaneers were pretty dominant. Mac Jones actually had some really nice throws. If you take away all the fumbles, and the sacks that he shouldn't have taken, this would have been like a B-plus game for Mac Jones. The problem is he does fumble and take bad sacks and panic and generally look like he's going to cry as he walks off the field. And that's really important. Like, we'll talk about it again in one of our, in the fucking Chicago-Washington game. But like, playing quarterback, there's so much to it beyond can he throw the ball accurate. And like, Mac Jones typically can't, but in this particular game he did, and it still wasn't enough because there's so much more to the game. I think we deserve to win this game every fucking time, whether or not the Buccaneers get takeaways. Tez Johnson, haha. Last week, all those Buckeye fans, it was so serendipitous. All week, Buckeye fans, oh, you think Tez Johnson's fucking as good as Emeka Egbuka? You could never. Well, Emeka Egbuka goes down for one half and Tez Johnson matches his typical production. So, I don't know. I'm not saying I think Ibuka's good. I think Ibuka's probably a little better even than I thought he would be. I thought he would be a consummate wide receiver 2 slot kind of guy. He might be better than that. But it is telling that you put Tez Johnson in the same role and he's just as productive and much more explosive. And
it helps when MVP level Baker is throwing the ball too. Elevates everybody.
We will talk about it when we get to the Buccaneers game. But isn't it weird how like everybody else also recognizes that Baker's incredible?
It is strange after years of saying he's awesome, just some things aren't going perfect, and everyone's saying, yeah, he should retire or he's a backup.
These are real things that people recently argued to us.
I mean, Colin Cowherd said he should retire.
Yes.
Like 4 years ago.
Yes.
Anyway, and now everyone's like, wow, he's incredible. This guy's so special. The Browns fucked up.
They don't deserve to bask in his light the way that we do.
This is, it's like fundamentalists for slate converts.
Basically. I mean, not even basically. Quite explicitly. That's quite exactly what it is.
They're not true believers. Anyway, good win. Baker Mayfield saves. Let's talk about a couple more losses.
We've been praising Muad'Dib since we found him in the desert. We did not wait until he fucked Florence Pugh. Dune's a good movie.
That deserved win.
Deserved win. Next game.
We had the Detroit Lions over the Kansas City Chiefs. This was our best bet. It was a money line pick.
We're dumb.
The Chiefs won pretty handedly.
Yeah, you know that I'm one of the very first to say ref fuckery anytime anything happens with the Chiefs. But Lions fans trying to cope with the first drive penalty that was very obviously an illegal shift penalty. Like, oh, they threw the flag too late. They're not allowed to do that. Yeah, well, you're not allowed to illegally shift, so we're even, dude. Just shut up. Like, that one really chapped my ass. I hate...
like, it sucked, but
like, it sucked, but don't break the rules.
Yeah, exactly. It's like...
Here's a solution. On 4th and 1, when you've got the best offensive line in football, just run the ball up the middle. And I never say just run the ball, but just run the fucking ball. You don't have to throw a pass to Jared motherfucking Goff. That was frustrating, but also, like, the Lions defense was abysmal.
Mm-hmm.
I do think it is very funny that Chiefs fans are all stirred into a frenzy and the national media is starting to pound the Patrick Mahomes MVP drum the way that they always do because he threw 3 passes beyond the sticks all day.
But he scored touchdowns and they won in a big primetime game.
Air yards of -1, 2, 4. Woo! No, it's ridiculous. It pisses me off, but you know what? You can't let it cloud your view because Andy Reid's not gonna go anywhere this week. Knock on some wood. We don't want anything to happen to our sweet prince, but yeah, like Andy Reid's going to be there on Sunday and the next Sunday after that. So like, it doesn't matter that Patrick Mahomes is being overrated and like his job's not that hard because it's not going to be hard. You have to grade the team, not just the overrated quarterback, right? And like the team is as good as the reputation of the quarterback is. So it's tough. I don't think that the Chiefs offense will look this unstoppable when they play a defense that has a single defensive back that deserves to be in the NFL, but the Lions don't have one of those right now.
Yeah. We missed on some bad defenses this week. Between Dallas and the Lions, we discounted that.
And Buffalo. Speak of the devil. You want to get to it?
Next up, we had the Buffalo Bills over the Atlanta Falcons. We took the Bills -4. That was a half-unit bet. The Falcons also won pretty clearly.
The drive quality model does not seem to have updated for the Bills-Falcons game, but I will tell you that game probably should have been a fucking blowout for the Falcons. Yeah. Josh Allen was not good. He made some boneheaded mistakes. Joe Brady took the ball out of his hands a lot, got really conservative, lots of dinks and dunks in their own right, but mostly just their defense is fucking putrid. Like Michael Penix, I think he was accurate on 4 passes in the second half and inaccurate on like 7. I'm not joking. I mean, like in the first quarter, Michael Penix looked like gangbusters, like A to A plus caliber shit. And in the first half as a whole, it was still like A minus shit. And he ended up the game with a C because in the second half, he just couldn't do a single fucking thing right. And the Bills couldn't do a single fucking thing right. They blocked a field goal and they still couldn't do a single fucking thing right. The Falcons are a pretty decent team, but the Bills are a bad team with a Josh Allen.
Yeah.
And they don't even always let him be Josh Allen.
Yeah, to that extent, I mean, we knew that going in, though. And I think we just got a bad Josh Allen performance, and the defense was worse than expected. Which might also happen because when Josh Allen's playing great, he helps, put the pressure on the other team.
You can't hand the ball off to
helps your defense play better.
You can't hand the ball off to Bijan 20 times when you're trying to catch up to Josh Allen.
Exactly. So I think some of it is just like Josh Allen didn't play well, and if he doesn't play well, the Bills are a bad team.
Well, and to your point, Josh Allen got a C- yesterday on my grading. His average is an A-. If we get A- Josh Allen yesterday instead of C-, they probably do win that game, assuming everything else goes normal.
Yeah.
Right? Like instead of throwing interceptions in the red zone, if he scores touchdowns, that Bills win. But alas, I wouldn't like to make the bet again. I think we deserve to lose. This is a week, the rare week where we lost, and I think we deserved it. I think this is the first deserved loss week of the season for me.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree with that. Like, this was the one that felt the worst, where it was like, yeah, a lot of these, looking back, it was like...
that was dumb.
I mean, bad numbers, glaring holes in some of these teams. It was also it was a bad week, and we had to make bets.
True.
And it's why we bet so few units, but still a loss. We still goofed. We did have one final win. We had the Chicago Bears over the Washington Commanders. We had them at +4.5. That was a half-unit bet. We won.
Yeah, and the drive quality still does not have the Bears Commanders up yet either. This is a tough one to parse. Now, we did have +4.5, which makes it easier to accept the win. But on one hand, Jaden Daniels threw a pick in the red zone, and he fumbled twice without any defenders near him, right? Like he fumbled once doing the Baker Mayfield where he rolls to the right and he knocks the ball out of his own hands, and then he fumbled once trying to hand it off. Sounds like a joke, sounds like I'm trying to be a dick. I'm not. That is exactly what happened. So 3 Jaden Daniels turnover-worthy plays plus a Bill Merritt fumble equals a ton of advantage for the Bears. Right? But we don't like to bitch about refs. There were 4 third down failures by the Commanders that could not have been any worse of calls. 3 of them that are like, if there are 3 that are inexcusable to the point where like I will not hear an argument against them. And then there's one, the roughing the passer, where like it was soft. It looked like the tackle pushed the defender into the quarterback. If you want to hold it to the letter of the law, I won't shit. But in the context of the other 3 penalties, I will shit. It also just so happens that all 4 of those penalties that are extremely questionable occurred on third downs where Jaden Daniels missed a pass pretty badly and would have led directly to a punt. There was also a phantom illegal formation where they said that the left tackle lined up too far back, but he was absolutely objectively lined up properly, took a touchdown off the board. So like you could make a very reasonable argument that the Bears lost about 16 to 20 points of margin just on ridiculous, inexcusable penalty calls. And that's not even to get into all the other ones that are like, did DJ Moore really line up offsides? I don't know. Like, we're just talking 5 calls that directly affected game-changing plays that were patently absurd, even according to the broadcast. Like, no excuses. So, yes, the Bears had a lot of turnover luck. Yes, Caleb Williams played like shit, and we should expect him to suck forevermore. I'm trying to temper my response on Twitter for obvious reasons, but like, because Bears fans get fucking after it. But I no longer think there's any salvaging Caleb Williams. He will never get better. He's too dumb. And we'll talk about it more when we break down the Bears next game, but there is no like, oh, maybe he develops. No, it's over. He's Mitch Trubisky. It's over. And that's Ben Johnson can score apparently 25 points with dog shit at quarterback, but it's over. And I need to say that here because only the true believers and the true fans listen to this fucking podcast. I don't need Caleb Williams is the best 6'9", Hoffman Estates forever to tell me to kill myself because I don't believe in a quarterback that he does not understand the game of. It feels so good to speak my truth and say Caleb Williams is never going to get there. I've been fearing this.
Well, thank you for tempering your expectations and being kind on Twitter.
Dude, For a year now, I've been thinking I don't think there's any way Caleb Williams ever becomes good. And for the first 6 games I graded of his USC tape, I was thinking there's no possible way that this man becomes good. And then I found a few good games from his sophomore/junior year, like his red shirt sophomore year. I found a few games where I was like, okay, I see what there is to be excited about. I don't want to, like, people are saying this is the best prospect of all time. I don't want to be the guy who says he fucking sucks, because I've done that before. And even if you're right, the response online is just fucking hateful and tiresome. So I'll temper it. My instincts were right. My suspicions for the last year were right. He is too fucking dumb to play this position. He does not understand the offense. He cannot line up. He cannot control protections at the line. He cannot process. He doesn't even know how to get to his first read because he's making bad pre-snap reads. He's fucking hopeless. And the Bears would be better with Tyson Bagent, and Tyson Bagent's not even a particularly great backup, much less a franchise quarterback. It is that bad. If you thought Caleb Williams was a generational prospect, you should quit watching this sport, find golf, fuck you on a personal level. Well, no, because realistically, the only way you could think that Caleb Williams is a generational prospect is if you just take what people say as fucking gospel, and then you run around pretending that other people's thoughts are yours. And I'm sick of it. I'm fucking angry. Because yesterday was my one day of the year as a Bears fan, and I had to sit through fucking F- performance. And then Bears fans had the audacity to come at me online saying, oh, you said he was not even very good. He led a game-winning drive. He threw the ball one fucking time for a total of -1 air yards on the game-winning drive. You fucking morons. And the worst part, it's not that they're dumb. Dumb people are everywhere. It's that they represent my fucking city that I'm born and raised in, that I love, that I've suffered for. A Bears team that I adored when Adrian Peterson was our running back and not the fun one. I begged for Kyle fucking Orton as a child, right? I know bad quarterback play because of this fucking team, and you have the audacity, Mr. Hoffman Estates, Mr. Glendale Heights, to tell me that Caleb Williams doesn't chug penis from a fire hose for the taste of it. I know what I saw, and that is not to besmirch his sexuality, which may be here or there, and it does not matter. It is simply to say penis doesn't taste good, and you shouldn't suck it for the taste. Might have to cut some or all of that.
No, I think we roll it perfectly into talking about Week 7.
Week 7, speaking of, for the taste of it. It's not
Thursday night.
This is your people. You did this to us, the AFC North.
Don't put that on me.
Yeah, it's you. You made one of these teams.
Kind of.
The Ravens.
First up, Thursday night, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers going to play the Cincinnati Bengals. The Steelers are -5.5.
You know what I have to do. Did you watch the Bengals-Packers game last week?
No.
Okay, for the first half, Joe Flacco looked as lost and helpless as you could ever imagine. It's like, oh, wow, you're telling me that the 40-year-old quarterback who can't move at all and can't set protections at the line because he got to this team 2 days ago, you're telling me he struggled a lot versus a fierce pass rush? Oh, fuck. Like, yeah. You knew it. When these quarterbacks come in and they have instant success in a system they don't really know, it's because they're letting their athleticism kind of bail them out and like running pretty basic plays, just trying to be safe, right? Like Baker with LA, Josh Dobbs with Tennessee, and then later Minnesota, like have a little mobility, extend some plays, do the simple things well. Joe Flacco can't do that. He's old. But in the second half, when they had a little bit more a few more reps, a little bit more experience, he started to make checks at the line a little bit, and he started piecing Green Bay up. And they almost came back. Joe Flacco can throw down the field in a way that Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are not used to and are going to love, and already clearly do love. And Jamar Chase is already talking mad shit on bringing the Steelers back down to earth. I'm not saying I want to bet on the Bengals, but I think we might have to consider.
Yeah, it is a very weak week.
And it's just like, I'm not afraid of the Steelers. Their defense is trash. Their quarterback is not good. The Bengals defense has been better than anticipated. They haven't given up yet, apparently. And their offense is getting rapidly better with Joe Flacco. I don't know. I don't like it, but I have to consider.
Yeah, I mean, with that number, you just get a lot of wiggle room on a Thursday night division game where neither team is very good. And the Bengals should look a little bit better next week. Joe Flacco will have at least another few days to learn some stuff.
It really couldn't be any worse that they're on a short week. But,
right.
But legitimately, the difference between how they looked in the first quarter and the third is night and day. So you add a few more days to that.
That helps. And like you said, I mean, 5.5, because it's Thursday night, so weird stuff's going to happen, but it's still a divisional game. I expect it to be close. So I don't love it, but it's going to go on the maybe pile.
In the words of Tool, I don't want it, I just need it. We're gonna have to get to 5.
Yeah.
This might have to help us get to 5.
All right, well, let's go to Sunday.
I don't want it.
Another international game.
Roger Goodell, you fucking criminal.
Kicking us off nice and early in the morning. We have the Los Angeles Rams and Jacksonville Jaguars playing. The Rams are -3.
Do you have thoughts?
My initial knee-jerk reaction says Rams.
Definitely.
Because their defense is disciplined and will be able to create pressure and cause problems for Lawrence, and Matt Stafford is eternal against a bad secondary.
I think Trevor Lawrence might suck. And in fact, I think he probably does. We have an epidemic of quarterbacks who are too fucking dumb to operate really decent offenses. Like, do I think Liam Cohen's offense is incredible? No, but I think it's really good. And Trevor Lawrence is just fucking swimming in it. He has no idea what's going on. And maybe he just needs a year because he's played in a lot of spread concepts before, right? Like, he played in a college offense at Clemson, a terrible one at that. He played a college offense under Urban Meyer. Doug Peterson ran like a spread version of the West Coast Andy Reid. So like maybe Trevor Lawrence has just never run a real offense before. He needs practice doing that in order to get used to it. But man, it looks bad right now. And the Rams are a good team with a fierce pass rush, and they will get after your ass and make things difficult. The Jags are a sloppy fucking team with a bad quarterback. The Rams are a solid team who usually just plays smart football with a really fucking good quarterback, and they're coming off of, in the words of Matt Stafford, a really weird game last week against the Ravens where they never really put shit together. They're going to be motivated to get back on track. So,
do you think Matt Stafford's old, brittle, broken body will handle the travel and time change and everything well?
Well, this is something I'm of two minds. One, and my overarching premise when handicapping football games is that travel and time differences actually don't fucking matter at all, because these are grown men, they're professionals, they have a week to prepare for such things, they're flying first class, they're sleeping in fucking suites, none of this shit fucking matter, right? This is not the 70s, they are not riding buses for days on end to get to their games. They're flying in luxury liners, they're sleeping in beds on the plane, they're sleeping in king-sized pillow top mattresses at whatever fucking beautiful hotel they get to when they arrive. Travel doesn't matter. But on the other hand, watching these games at 8:30 a.m. sucks, or 9:30 or whatever the fuck time it is. That's 5 o'clock LA time. That's a bridge too far. And the Jaguars do this every year. They have for longer than anybody. So like theoretically the institution of the Jaguars should have the best or close to the best, plans for managing this kind of travel spot. But if we're just breaking down the football, which at the end of the day is all I think should matter, you gotta bet the Rams. I don't like laying -3, and something I will note that I have noticed. Vegas has been really keen on making short favorites that used to be actionable just a little out of reach. Like a lot of these games would have been 2.5 a few years ago, and now they just put them all at 3.5. And I don't know if it's because the market is more public and square than it ever was, so like people don't care, or if it's because they realized like, yeah, betting these short favorites tends to be profitable. But whatever it is, I don't like it.
Yeah, I think it just weights it more towards the underdog.
Yeah.
And that's probably, I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything about markets and tendencies, especially in gambling, but I would imagine more people want to bet on favorites.
Yeah, no, typically. Especially like -2.5 is the most attractive line in football.
Yeah, absolutely. Whereas +2.5, like, it doesn't really do that much for you unless you kind of think they're going to win.
Yeah.
And at that point, you might as well just bet.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
money line.
That's what I'm saying. Like the square money might be altering the way that these books line the games, right? Because there's so many like casual bettors who are all throwing $20 a game, and like they're all gonna lay -2.5 if they can, but they might not lay -3, might not lay -3.5, and like it makes the underdogs more valuable. But regardless, let's wait on the Rams. It's already -3 at even odds, so maybe we get -2.5, and if we do, then I'm in. At 3, it's probably gonna make it due to the shittiness of this week, but I don't love it.
Yeah, same boat, and we really might get 2.5. So we'll wait, monitor throughout the week, and if you can get 2.5, definitely do it. 3, we might have to, but you might not have to. Into the 12 o'clock hour. First up, we have the Las Vegas Raiders going to play the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are -12.
What is there to say about the Raiders' entire team that hasn't been said about Afghanistan? Next game.
They probably have more fun in Vegas.
Not watching football. I mean, that's fucking putrid. I will say the Raiders do keep on covering. The Chiefs do tend to struggle with the Raiders. 12 points is way too many. I almost undoubtedly the Raiders cover, but I don't want to put my money on it.
Yep, that's my thing as well. Of it's a division game, and I feel like the Chiefs always play typically closer games in the division, and that's a big number. But
The Raiders consistently almost beat the Chiefs.
But I don't want to bet on the Raiders in their current state.
You goddamn right.
Next game, we have the Miami Dolphins going to play the Cleveland Browns. The Browns are -3.
Thoughts?
Any game where the Browns are favored scares me because the Browns should not be favored in many situations.
I kind of like the Dolphins, but I also don't ever want to bet on Tua. Both of these quarterbacks give Hawaii a bad name. I love Hawaiian quarterbacks. I don't like either of these two. Like seriously, it's like to the extent that I'm prejudiced in any direction towards any kind of quarterback, I love Hawaiian quarterbacks. You show me a big Hawaiian quarterback. I fell for DJ Uiagalelei when he was at Clemson. I thought he was going to be sick. I love Marcus Mariota, obviously. I'm already hooked on this Jaden Maiava guy over at USC. Is he a system quarterback? Yeah, duh. But he's tall, he's athletic, and he's got a nice arm. I'm in. Nico Yamaliva never fucking gave up. He's gonna be Cam. But these two guys are both small and lefty and dumb and suck. Dylan Gabriel's not actually dumb. He just sucks. Both of these defensive lines are really good. Both of these offensive lines are not good. Both of these coaches are smart. I think that I give the edge to Miami. I think they'll probably win this game because Mike McDaniel's a little smarter than Kevin Stefanski and the receivers are a little bit better. So like they can get the ball out quickly to Waller or Waddle, whereas the Browns have no quick, easy answers.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point.
I don't love betting on either side.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying is that I don't think the Browns should ever be favored, or like I guess there are certain situations where they should, but I never want to bet on the Browns as a favorite. Well, but I also don't want to bet on the Dolphins.
Yeah, no.
Now, granted,
the Browns should never.
How do we see each other's faces and still do that? I think because both of these teams are in bad shape. There are questions already about who's going to be there next year, from players to front office to coaches.
Did you fucking see Tua?
I mean, he's a disaster. They should never let him talk into a microphone.
Remember when we were in college and he gave that weird fucking speech after the national championship where he insinuated that his dad would be angry that he thanked God? And I was like, oh, that kid's weird as fuck.
Yeah, you did. You latched onto that immediately. It was like, I don't know. It's emotional.
He got away with that shit forever. And then the next fucking season, he's like, yeah, no, if I ever threw an interception, my dad would beat the fuck out of me with a belt. And it's like, you're on national TV. You should say anything besides that. Don't say that. Even if he did, don't say it. So that's patently insane behavior, and it's continued, and just every time Tua talks into a microphone, it's like, oh, you're not okay. This isn't like, oh, you got too many concussions. Like, no, you were never okay. You were a weird fucking kid, and now he's got fake teeth and cosplays as Drake, but forever. Yeah, no, fucking calling people out, saying, oh, we got people late for player-only meetings. Well, first of all, why are you having multiple players-only meetings? That's not how that works. And second of all, why are you fucking talking about it? And third of all, forget who it was, but somebody who was on the Dolphins this year said, I was on the Dolphins for like a month and you were extremely late to a regular fucking meeting. And nobody said anything because it happens all the time. So I think Tua might be the worst fucking guy, in addition to clearly the worst starting quarterback in the NFL by a margin, except for maybe Jalen Hurts. Fuck.
You have too many enemies at this point.
No, I mean the only reason that you would put Jalen Hurts under Tua is because like they played on the same team and Tua took his fucking job, like pretty convincingly.
Do you want to bet on this game?
You can't bet on the Browns as a favorite, but you can't bet on Tua. You must abstain or wait for Zach Wilson.
All right, no bet. Next game, we have the New England Patriots going to play the Tennessee Titans. Patriots are -7.
I love Drake May. I love what he's doing. I'm even impressed with the Patriots. Last week, the Patriots called 6 deep shots. Drake May hit all 6. They were all accurate. Like,
that's insane.
Dude, it's the best game I've ever seen. He had a +21 slugging, and they didn't fucking do anything in the second half. He hit 6 really fucking good deep throws. These aren't like busted coverages, he lobbed it up. Like, these are great and elite throws. Like, 6. Absurd shit. And he's a great pocket manipulator. Might be the best pocket manager in the NFL right now. Him and Baker are up there. But Drake just never gets sacked, ever. That being said, laying 7's a lot.
That's too much.
And I feel like the Titans might legitimately get a lot better without Brian Callahan, because he is the number one cancer of that team. So I don't want to touch it. I'll learn my lesson this week. I would love to bet Patriots on the money line. So like, teasers, let's go. This is a drop dead leg. Throw Patriots money line with some other shit that you need to move the line a little bit on. But,
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with you. I think the Titans will look better. They're getting the post head coach firing bump, and this head coach was legitimately the problem.
Can I say another thing?
The Patriots have Drake May, who's playing really, really well. The team is looking a little bit better, and it's a big number.
I need to be honest. Today is the podcast of Joe tells you what he really fucking thinks.
As opposed to most other weeks.
You have no idea. Legitimately, for the last year or two, I've been trying to temper my takes a little bit so that, like, they're more palatable for the common man. Because the common man, how did that Indian guy put it? By the people, for the people, but the people are quite exactly.
I don't know.
You know, I've seen you this name so many times. The Indian guy, the old fucking Indian. But the people are...
I don't know, but I can insinuate
you can
infer based off what you're insinuating.
Hey, the people are not all the way there all the time. Maybe they need special classes and bus. I didn't say it. Indian scholars said it when describing how democracy works and the problems with it. No, I don't have problems with democracy. The Indian guy does. India from India, not okay. Cam Ward, I gave him a 2.35 grade in the draft. That's not what I really feel. I wanted to give him like a 2.1, but I'm so fucking sick of hating everything that everybody loves. So I said, fuck it, he'll be fine. He's not fine. He's dumb as rocks. And he's also very inaccurate. And he can't manage a pocket at all. I've graded every snap he's taken this year. It's terrible. And he has every tool, right? He's got a big fucking arm. Occasionally, he's remarkably accurate. It's just the consistency is nowhere near there. His footwork's terrible. His reads are bad. He fucks up all the time. He has more dumb, like, what the fuck were you thinking turnovers than Will Levis by a factor of 2 or 3. But nobody notices. Nobody cares. It's terrible. I mean, he's terrible. And like this year in Tennessee is just, it's such beautiful, pure vindication. Last year, Will Levis looked not great in that system, in that environment with that cast. And I said, he's grading out pretty fucking well. Like, he's grading out like a fringe top 10 quarterback. It's not his fault that everything around him is just completely dysfunctional. Like, no, he's not a franchise, maker. He's not a Pro Bowl excellent quarterback, but he is better than Trevor Lawrence. People were not ready for that take. Well, he's a lot fucking better than Cam Ward. So either you thought 6 months ago Cam Ward was getting overdrafted by a round or two, or you think Will Levis got a bad rap. And off the air, I have some news on that I can share talk to you about. It makes me feel real happy.
Exciting.
Oh, it's good. In about 20 minutes when we're switching over to the next Zoom, I'm going to have to let you know. But yeah, Cam Ward, Caleb Williams. I don't believe in either. I think Cam Ward has more room to figure shit out because he's just in such dysfunction that, like, once you're around normalcy, you're able to kind of revert back to being your true self. So, like, I do think that a part of Cam Ward looking so awful is that, like, he's legitimately playing under shell shock as we speak. But it's terrible. It needs so much work. The game, the performance. I'm not calling Cam Ward it. His quotes actually make me laugh because he's as brutally honest as I would be.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to see when in that situation on such a bad roster with so much kind of like toxicity from the coach. But yeah, I mean, he hasn't looked good. And not that I've watched anywhere near as much tape of Will Levis or Cam Ward as you, but they don't look that different.
Just statistically speaking, like not even film study, Will Levis clears Cam Ward in almost every single metric you can imagine.
And as you like to remind, the team is better this year.
Yeah, they added a left tackle. They added back their injured starting center. They added multiple receivers. They had another year in the system. It should be way better.
Revenge.
Next year, when Levis is in LA.
Next game.
Saints Bears.
We have the New Orleans Saints going to play the Chicago Bears. The Bears are -5.
So we don't believe in Caleb Williams.
We do not.
At all. He can't fucking handle it mentally. It's so frustrating because he's got all the arm talent you could ever desire. He's very fast. He's a better version of Kyler Murray. He just doesn't even know where to begin to read. And like, I know it's his first year in a new system. It's only week 7. Like, he's got time. He's young, yada, 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 whatever the fuck you want to say. This is off of a bye against a bad defense, and he looks bewildered. And it's not like, oh, he's not producing. It's like, no. We all saw it. Troy Aikman's losing his fucking mind in the booth. Everything's wide open, and this kid just doesn't fucking know where to go. It's purely mental, and it's the easiest parts of the game that he's not figuring out, and that never gets fixed.
Yeah, it's not encouraging. Like, I've been of the more like middle of like, give him time. He's new. It's a tough league. Defenses are complicated. He had bad coaching last year. It's a very different system now. But it doesn't feel like there's improvement. And you would expect improvement by this point. And I think that's the real concerning part.
He looked lost and dysfunctional on the scripted opening drive after a bye week against a bad, slow defense. There's no way to get around that. So that's terrible. On the other hand, everybody knows I love Tyler Shuck. I think Tyler Shuck is a really good franchise quarterback in this league. He just needs a chance to play. I'm torn because I also think that Spencer Rattler is good. I think Shuck is better, but in the absence of Shuck, if Shuck were to not be in the NFL, I would think that Spencer Rattler deserves a chance to be a franchise quarterback. I don't think he'll be a great quarterback. I don't think he'll even be a franchise quarterback, but I think he'll be amongst the best, most explosive bridges, right? He'll be in that next tier right below it. And this past week against New England, he looked stellar. He finally hit his deep balls, and he was balling out of control, man. A- at the least. I felt I was harsh on him, and I gave him an A-. Like, Spencer Rattler's, we've been saying for weeks, like, he's 90% of a good quarterback. Well, this past week, he had that extra 10%. If he can keep that going, that's fucking sick. The Saints are a very underrated team. I don't know if I want to fade Ben Johnson. Like, the Bears' run game is good. The Bears' defense is opportunistic. It's a revenge game for the Bears' defensive coordinator. What's his fucking name?
Dennis Allen?
That's it. It's tough. There's a lot of bad teams in this league that's hard to bet on because you don't know what you're going to get from week to week. Because here's the kicker. If Caleb Williams plays C football last night against the Commanders, the Bears score 35 with pretty relative ease.
But how often does he play C football?
A third of the time. The problem is it never gets better than that. And like Rattler has played every kind of game already this year. He's played an A- game as we just talked about. He's played F games. He's done everything. So I don't know. Both of these teams are like frustrating and dumb. Dumb in the sense that I don't know what to do with them, not dumb in the sense that they have low intellect.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. I lean Saints just because it's a good number.
I do too.
I think they're underrated, and I think the Bears somehow might be slightly overrated, if only because people still kind of believe in Caleb Williams, and he's reaching saboteur levels. He's not there yet, but he's reaching it.
Alex, Ben Johnson's offense is so fucking good. I'm not exaggerating when I say I think there are about 25 quarterbacks in the league who make this Bears offense top 5, and Caleb's just not one of them. He's fucking dumb. He's also not very accurate. Like, it's one thing to be, like, Zach Wilson. You're dumb as rocks, but like theoretically you could hit a target every fucking time. Caleb Williams, his feet are erratic, and therefore his accuracy is very inconsistent. I mean, it's infuriating to watch.
It's not a good combo.
It's infuriating. I'm legitimately considering making an all 22 Caleb Williams video just so I can send it to my friends and family back home who are super stoked on him and say, like, Clockwork Orange, like, fucking peel their eyes open and shake their face and say, look at the fucking shit. Look at all the mistakes. Look at all the yards he left on the fucking field. I don't care if he's on pace for 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns, you motherfucker. It's not good. My heart is racing.
So are we betting on this game?
I guess not. We lean Saints, put them on the maybe pile. I need to stop having my 1 week of the year as a Bears fan because it just makes me the angriest I've ever been.
Yeah, not really being a strong fan makes football way less emotionally taxing.
It's also just, I'm also frustrated because Jaden Daniels shat all over his leg, and then Commanders fans do this really cute thing where they just disappear when he's not good, and then if he has like 2 good plays, they all swarm again, but then when he when he shits his leg again, they disappear. And then nobody ever asks why Marcus Mariota is so dramatically more productive in the same offense. Nobody asks. Brian Windhorst fingers. Why is Marcus Mariota the most efficient quarterback in the NFL every time he fucking plays in this offense? Why? Next game.
Next up, we have the Philadelphia Eagles going to play the Minnesota Vikings. The Eagles are -1.
I just talked to Birdwatcher yesterday. We set up a brunch for next weekend. Him and the flight attendant are going to come visit.
Oh, that's fun.
That'd be super cool.
Kiss them for me, please.
I will. I'm very excited to see them. So many birds in the lovely island of Manhattan to watch. I hated it. Dude, I almost just did the opening to the song from The Lion King and I didn't even mean it. I'm torn. Yet again, notice a theme this week? I don't know what the Vikings are anymore. Not in that I'm not certain of my evaluation, but I have almost no idea who's left on their roster. If their entire offensive line is healthy like it's supposed to be, and JJ McCarthy's healthy like he's supposed to be, and Jordan Addison actually shows up to the game this week, unlike when they were in London, if all those things happen, I think that the Vikings should win this game. Convincingly, even. I don't know. I don't know if the line is healthy. I don't know if JJ McCarthy's healthy. If he is healthy, I still think he's good, but I have nothing to go off of. I have not seen him play actual NFL football. I know he had those 2 games. He wasn't able to do anything. He was getting fucking killed. The offensive line barely existed because they were all hurt, and the backups are really, really bad, even for backups. It's tough. I've lost a lot of faith in KOC. I like women. Women. I don't like cock no more. But I mean, basically just he's one of the worst in the NFL at sacrificing win percentage on 4th down. He loves to punt. He loves to run the ball when he should not be running the ball. Maybe the fact they have no running backs alive left, it helps because they're missing both of their top 2 backs, but I don't know. Meanwhile, the Eagles defense is bad, right? The safeties are solid. Quinyon Mitchell's really good, but nobody can hang with Justin Jefferson. Cooper DeJean's great, but you're wasting him by putting him in the slot against fucking Jalen Naylor. And then the linebackers are good in coverage. I don't like them against the run.
But are the Vikings going to be able to run this week?
Well, the defensive line for the Eagles is not good. I really like their defensive tackles, but their edges suck. I don't know. It's tough, man. Because here's my thing. Last year's Vikings, I'd be betting the house. I'd be betting the house on the Sam Darnold last 2024 Vikings against this Eagles team. And there's no reason to think that they shouldn't be the same team they were last year. But I just don't feel sure. And maybe that's almost, maybe that should point me back towards betting on Minnesota rather than the opposite. I mean, Jalen Hurts is going to get eaten alive by a complex defense that he doesn't understand. He's going to throw picks. It's tough to run into a blitz, and Saquon Barkley has been trashed this year. By the way, that's another one. I'm sick of admitting I'm wrong when I don't think I'm wrong. Saquon Barkley's not that good. He's really good in open space, but he's not a very good running back. We have tons of proof now that if you don't block perfectly for him, he's below average. He's one of the best at maximizing the yards he gets in a ton of space. He's one of the worst at maximizing what he gets without space. That makes sense?
Yeah. No, I think you put it perfectly when you said that, he's the best at maximizing a good or better offensive line, but he's not good at improving or getting the most out of, a bad or average offensive line.
So this is another one that we talked about a lot in college. Remember at Penn State, Saquon was good every fucking game. He'd average 2.5 yards a carry, and then he'd have one big sweep that he broke for 80 yards. And we would bitch and moan about how everybody thought he was amazing, but it's just one run a game. And how do we value that? Well, I mean, it makes all the sense in the world now, looking back at it. Once a game, all the creases would open up just right, and he'd get into open space, and he'd have a long runway. And when he has a long runway, he's unstoppable. But for the most part, running between the tackles, understanding and sifting through blocks, he's not good. There's a lot of Trent Richardson in there. Not the same, because Trent Richardson would have a big hole and then he'd run into an ass. Whereas if Saquon has a big hole, he'll go through the hole. All that was very pause-worthy. But regardless, it's going to be hard for the Eagles to move the ball. They can't pass because Jalen Hurts exists, and they can't run because it's a blitz-heavy defense and Saquon's just not all that in a bag of chips. I think I've talked myself into it. I think I want to go Vikings. They're only +1 though, dude.
Yeah, that's where because I agree with you that after talking it out, I think I lean Vikings just because I think that they're not going to be under a lot of pressure to score, because I think the Eagles are going to struggle to score. They're not going to be able to run like crazy, but they should still be able to pass. And if they can pass, they can win this game.
I think
But
what's
at plus
stopping
one,
me.
it's a money line bet.
Yeah, no, absolutely. What's stopping me is that I kind of expected the Vikings being, their reputation being what it is. I expected them to be like catching 3 or 4, and I would love to bet that, and I'd love to bet the money line up. But seeing that they're not significantly, underdogs, I almost feel scared. But you know what? Every Eagles backer is looking at this and they're saying, why is this line so short? They feel tricked. The Vikings are the spot. The Vikings are making the list. Typing it in.
Money line?
I guess that's the fucking line. I mean, it's like, if it's minus 105 at plus 1, it's going to be even odds.
It's a bet.
Cha-ching.
Closing out the 12 o'clock hour, we have the Carolina Panthers going to play the New York Jets. The Panthers are -2.
Panthers are one of my favorite bets of the week.
Yeah, I agree with you. They're playing well. Tets are insane. Bryce Young
Ted is incredible. Ted is a top 10 receiver in the NFL right now.
And Bryce can hit stuff to the outside at least somewhat regularly.
They run the ball well, and then here's the fucking real thing. Justin Fields. All the frustration I have about Caleb Williams, it really reaches a fever pitch because I see how it could be different. He could be so much better. It's all right there, right? It's that Alex Jones meme that pumps me up so much. The secrets of the universe! It's all right there! It's vibrant in its beauty! That video gets me going. It makes me want to do stuff. Like go for a walk or buy food.
There's inspiration everywhere.
Yeah, dude, there's nothing more passionate and inciting than a manic break. Everybody provides value in this world. You just got to find out how. See, this is why I confuse people. Anyway, Justin Fields doesn't make me frustrated like that because he's inert. He might as well not be there. He's doing nothing. His pocket presence is that of a dead worm. His accuracy is that of a dead worm. His ability to process what's going on the field is not good. It might be that of a dead worm.
He runs good, though.
He's going to be an incredible wide receiver in a year or two. Although somebody pointed out to me, he might not need to do the Terrell Pryor thing because he made $40 million this year. So he might just be done. I would.
Yeah. Don't have to go learn a new position and then go.
The Jets' entire offense is based upon running the ball. And really all the Panthers can do on defense kind of is stop the run. And then, just the Jets are fucked because you only need to score, 17 points to just blow them out of the water. And I think that Carolina is a better team than their reputation lends itself to. They are average. They have a good coach. They have a bad quarterback. They have mediocre, offensive line and good weaponry, but their defense is weak. I like the Panthers -2. It's an actionable line.
Best bet?
No, but I did already bet it in real life. When I was on Sunday night, when I go through the lines of the next week, there are some that jump out to me as easy and I don't need to talk to you about to fit. Like, I don't, the point of this podcast is like very legitimately in real time. I'm figuring out what I'm going to bet for the week. Some of them I don't need to talk. It's that easy. And this is one of those that was just that easy. So 1 unit, Carolina, I guess that's -110.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
Okay, lock it in. I mean, yeah, it's just fading the Jets. I don't think they can score at all. I think they're really poorly coached and extremely poorly quarterbacked. That's it.
On to the late slate. First up, we have the Indianapolis Colts going to play the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers are -1.5.
That's a good game. So the Colts are sick as fuck. Even Daniel Jones is overrated, but it doesn't matter. Like, I've been watching, he's like still a C quarterback. He's, fine. But his stats are going to look sick because they're so deep at wide receiver. It's not that they're like, oh, they've got a good wide receiver 3 and like a wide receiver 4 you can trust. It's like, no, they've got 4 guys who should be a wide receiver 1. A.D. Mitchell can't get on the field. A.D. Mitchell would be the best receiver on like 10, 15 teams. And then, they also have a top 3 running back and a top 5 offensive line and a good young tight end. It's stupid. Frankly, it's insulting. Meanwhile, look at that offensive line for the fucking Chargers.
It's dead.
It is dead. But I don't think that the Colts can get pressure. They're probably still going to be missing their starting cornerback because he got concussed in warm-ups last week. I mean, it's just pick your winner. I don't think that the Chargers can stop the run on defense. And that's going to be the game.
Yeah, I think Colts.
I think Colts. I don't want to do it. I don't want to bet on bad quarterback against awesome fucking quarterback, but I think the Colts. They have everything. They're better coached, better offensive line, better defensive line, better receivers, better running back. Literally everything but the quarterback is in favor of the Colts. We're going to have to fade Jim Harbaugh.
Are we doing +1.5 or are we doing money line?
Money line, fuck him. God damn it. I don't want to bet against Justin Herbert. I love him to death, but this is the right thing to do. We got to bet on Danny fucking Dimes because quarterbacks aren't that important. They're important. They're not that important. So yeah, that'll be like Plus 105. There you go. Colts. I never would have guessed that. That actually came out really easy. It's just simply they're better in every facet except quarterback.
Yeah, lock it in. It's a bet. Colts, money line.
It needs to be restated. I like Jesse Minter as a defensive coordinator. Their defense is terrible. Their entire defensive line sucks ass. Trading for Jason Owe does nothing. Their corners are slow as fuck. Alec Pierce is going to eat. Josh Downs is going to eat. A.D. Mitchell is going to eat if he gets on the field, but he might not get on the field, in which case Jonathan Taylor will eat because they can't stop the run. Fuck, I love this bet. I don't like that I like this bet so much. I love Justin Herbert, but right is right. Lock it in.
Next up, we have the New York Giants going to play the Denver Broncos. The Broncos are minus 6.5.
I think I like this one too. Do you know what I'm going to do?
No.
I like the fucking Giants.
I figured, but I want to see your reasoning.
The Broncos offense sucks, largely because Bo Nix sucks. The Broncos offense's saving grace is that they have a really good offensive line that keeps Bo Nix protected while he sits back there and is inept. The Giants have a fucking awesome defensive line. They will get after your ass. They will not let you run right at them. So the Broncos defense, Broncos offense, which already struggles tremendously against everybody, will struggle extra because of the pressure, right? Flip to the other side of the ball. That means we need 21 points to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
I love Bones Benito. You know I love Bones Bonito. Andrew Thomas, I love more. So that's a stalemate. Cam Scatterbo is really good. He's never going to be special. He's never going to be like elite, but he's good. Legitimately good. And he will get plenty of yardage. Jackson Dart is not good, but he's better than Bo Nix. He will be very confused. Fuck. And this is where this bet falls apart a little bit. He's going to be super confused by this very complicated defense. But Brian Daboll calls really simple plays. Like, you don't have to read a defense. He's not asking Dart to drop back and read and react and make a play. Like, he's saying, here's this quick throw, and if it's not there, just run, dude.
Yeah, that's where my concern comes in, is that even if the Broncos are only going to score 21 points, still need more than 2 touchdowns. And this is a really good defense. I don't really believe in this Giants offense or Jackson Dart. So, like, that still might be kind of a big ask.
No, that's really what it is. Ah, shit. 1 sec. I don't know if I'm cutting you off. We had to pause for a second emergently, but the basic premise is if we're catching 6 points, we need the Giants to score 17 to feel really, really good about covering.
Yeah.
I definitely can see 1 because, Brian, did you know the Giants, since they started Jackson Dart, they score on every opening drive?
Really?
Yeah. They have not failed to score on an opening drive yet. And even if that fails, they're still really good on opening drives of the second half as well. So we'll get 1 touchdown. Yeah, that's scary. That's scary. It's the right side. The Giants are the right side. I don't know if I have the nuts to bet it.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
All right, let's keep looking.
Next game, we have the Washington Commanders going to play the Dallas Cowboys. The Commanders are -1.
So we have a Dallas defense that can't do anything versus a Commanders team that can't stop much. My instinct is to bet the Commanders.
Same.
I do fear that Dak Prescott is going to be smart enough to just say, whoever Lattimore is covering, throw it at him every fucking time. Because Marshawn Lattimore is cooked.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a shootout because both teams have bad defenses and good offenses.
Yeah, and the Cowboys can't really tackle on the outside, huh?
They can't do anything.
No, they really can't. I'm inclined to just not bet on this game. It's
Yeah.
super actionable. It's a close division game that's super actionable between 2 teams that are average or better. But I don't know. And every time I bet on Jaden Daniels, I lose money.
Yeah, I don't think we have to bet on it. It'll be a good game. It'll be exciting.
Might make the main TV. I know the main TV is going to be Colts Chargers.
Yeah.
That shit's good.
But let's close out the late slate. We have the Green Bay Packers going to play the Arizona Cardinals. The Packers are -6.5.
I got half a mind to bet the Cardinals. It's tough. The Packers just keep on playing terrible teams, so I can't fade the Packers the way that I want to. But I am of the strong opinion that Jacoby Brissett is an upgrade from Kyler Murray, and that was abundantly obvious this past week. I don't know if you caught any of this game, but basically Jacoby Brissett put up a stat line that Kyler Murray hasn't put up in 3 years.
Yeah, I saw like a couple plays from that game.
Dramatically better fit for this scheme. Dramatically. Like, I think Jacoby Brissett and Kyler are relatively similar caliber quarterbacks anyway, right? Because I'm a little higher on Jacoby than most, I think, and I'm much lower on Kyler than most. But in this offense, this wide zone Shanahan style offense, it's not even a question. Jacoby Brissett understands what he's looking at better. He's a big man. He can actually like play from under center and throw over the middle of the field. Just changes everything. Like the Cardinals legitimately hung with the Colts last. Like they, not just like they covered, they almost won that fucking game. Like they were inches away from winning that fucking game. I suddenly don't want to bet on the Colts over the Chargers as much as I did a minute ago. I don't know. Feels unnecessarily risky to bet on the Cardinals here, even though I think they're the right side.
Yeah, it feels a little bit like the Giants game to me. It's the right side, but do you really feel that confident?
Yeah, no. There's no reason to step in front of this either.
Yeah, like if we really like the Cardinals or something, but still not a good team.
We got 3 more games, and I think I want to bet on 2 of them, so we can move.
Perfect. On to Sunday night. We have the Atlanta Falcons going to play the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers are -2.
Ah, yes, my weekly appointment with my sweet angel, Maria Taylor. She's become my favorite. On Sundays for like football girl. Let's see. So the 49ers offense will be fine. In fact, it'll probably be better than fine. In fact, it's probably going to do some serious damage against these Falcons. But there's nobody left on the 49ers defense. And Bijan is just going to eat as he does. Look at what is left of this defense.
There's not much
So why are the Falcons catching point?
because of the mystique of the 49ers. They just played a very close game with the Buccaneers and MVP Baker Mayfield.
I'm inclined to bet Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. The 49ers are incredibly injured. Is Pearsall back?
He should be. He's expected to be. It's like I was saying, I think the 49ers offense is as good as it ever has been. I think it'll be like whether or not Purdy's back, I don't care. They will be good. And there's even a chance that Kittle's back. But I don't think the personnel matters at all. It's purely scheme. Kyle Shanahan revenge game, by the way.
Is it still a revenge game this many years later?
Does he have a ring?
Fair?
The entire crux of this game, the entire handicap comes down to, can the 49ers get some stops on defense? And I don't know how they do it. They don't have
the Falcons can just make mistakes.
You can
Miss
just
throws, penalties.
give the ball to Bijan and it's over.
Yeah, that's very true. And they do that a lot.
I lean Falcons pretty strong.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. I like it more than like the Cardinals or Giants ideas. Maybe, Pile? Are we betting it?
It's going to be maybe, but I like it, but it's going to be maybe because I also really like these next 2.
On to Monday night. First up, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to play the Detroit Lions. The Lions are -5.5. I see.
Yeah, that's fucking insane, right?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Like, what's the thought? The Lions just got embarrassed and are coming on strong. The Bucs are running out of gas.
The Bucs lost superstar wide receiver Emeka Ibuka, who can't be replaced, and the Lions are sick as fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it at all. With so many of these offenses that are heavily schemed, the first thing you need to ask every single time is, can this defense shut the run down? And unequivocally, the Buccaneers are one of the very best at shutting the run down.
Mm-hmm.
You can't run on the Bucs. The Lions will be able to run a bit, but they won't be able to run the way they're used to. This forces Jared Goff to make plays. I don't like Servasia Dennis being in the middle of this middle of this defense when Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon-Ra St. Brown will be victimizing him, but he looked better against the 49ers than usual. He looked kind of passable, and it's not like the Buccaneers are going to be surprised by any of that. If you can't run, and the Buccaneers are going to have they're going to have most of their corners back, right? Because Jamel Dean and Jacob Parrish are both healthy, and then you're going to get one of Benjamin Morrison or Christian Izien back. Not Christian Izien, Zion McCollum. So theoretically, the Buccaneers defense should be #back. We've seen how to stop the Lions offense, right? The Chiefs laid it out perfectly. Stop the run, force Jared Goff to throw. He can't. He still can't do it, especially if you're getting pressure. And the Buccaneers defense is also starting to get some pressure. Can Wirfs handle Hutchinson? I think to the extent anybody can. And then, yeah, the Buccaneers wide receivers are pretty well decimated. But you and I know Tez Johnson is severely underrated. Sterling Shepard's severely underrated. And Mike Evans might be back. These Lions have no secondary help. They're fucked. I could see the Lions being a slight favorite, but 5.5 is a sin against God.
Yeah.
This is sudden, again, sometimes this game is real easy. We've got the best quarterback in the NFL. We've got a top 10 defense, and they're going against a very mediocre quarterback and a bottom 5 defense. Methinks we're going to have to bet Tampa Bay on both the money line and the spread.
That's what I was going to say. The only question is, are we splitting our units?
And I happen to know that the Buccaneers are plus 195 because I may have already bet it.
Wow, that's a heck of a number.
Buddy, I don't fucking get it. Remember when we opened this podcast? Wow, it's going to be so different now that we're not the only ones who know that Baker is sick. We're going to have to actually come up with more clever bets and not just fall back on 2 units on the Buccaneers every week. Nope. they insist on giving us money.
It's
That
a
was
bet.
Way
It's the
too
best
cocky
bet.
of a statement, but it is the best bet. I mean, that's insane. The
It
Lions
is.
suck on defense.
Yeah, and we, like you said, we just saw like how to counter this offense.
Yeah.
Make them throw. And the Bucks are very good at that because
Yeah.
nobody can run on them. Anyway, on to our second Monday night game. We have the Houston Texans going to play the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks are -3.5.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate. I got down on this bet yesterday at -3, and I love it. But at 3.5, I still
Yeah.
like it. This is really simple. Sam Darnold being the number 1 ranked quarterback by PFF is fucking hilarious. They're so bad. Like Sam Darnold's been good. He's been 6 for me. But number 1 is hilarious. It's so dumb. Doesn't matter. The Texans can't run the ball. We know this, right? But they're also not very good at throwing the ball.
I was about to say they can't score.
A lot of that is because their offensive line is bad, and that's not good because the Seahawks defensive line is really good. The Seahawks also are going to start getting back their secondary players soon. I think they might get Witherspoon back this week. That's huge. But even still, like the Jaguars are a much better offense than the Texans, and they couldn't do shit against these Seahawks last week. Flip to the other side of the ball. The defensive line of the Texans is as advertised. It's incredible. The Seahawks are going to run the ball and throw deep, and it's going to work. It just keeps working. It's not incredible, the offense, but it's good. It's good enough. If the Seahawks can score 17 points, they win this game. And I mean, you're gonna get 7 points on a deep shot. You're gonna get 7 points on a Kenneth Walker running drive. You just need a field goal. And CJ Stroud will throw you a turnover because he's a fucking moron.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I would feel more comfortable with this bet at -3, but I still like it at -3.5. I still like it more than some of the other games that we already talked about betting on.
Well, and here's what you do, guys. We're going to have to lay -3.5 because that's what the line is. But you don't have to. And this is a Monday Night Football game at 10 p.m. So go ahead and wait. And if the Texans get the opening kickoff and they move the ball at all, that line will go down to -2.5, right? You don't even have to wait for them to score. Just let them get a first down or two, and that line's already at -2.5. You crack that bitch one time. There you go. Now you got your line value. Or, better yet, remember all those blowout lines up above that we were talking about? Remember Patriots over Titans? We're going to parlay Patriots money line with Seattle -2.5. Boom. Are you looking up odds on that?
I can.
No, I just wasn't sure if that was what you're doing.
No, I was just writing it down.
I mean, that's going to be about 110. There you go. There's your bet. And in fact, that's what we're going to do here. Let's not even get fancy. Bang. Suddenly I love this week, dude.
Yeah, it's come together nicely. I mean, we have 6 bets or 6 games.
All right, let's wrap up. Let's do the wrap up. LA over Jacksonville -3. We don't have to touch it. It's a good game. It's nice to have a bet. We lean LA, but the travel, the time difference, the fact that it's going to be way early in the morning, just not worth it. Let's avoid the risk, right? It's a lean. You guys know how we feel about it, but no need. Minnesota over Philly on the money line. This is the one I feel the least good about.
Yeah, that one scares me.
We'll make it a bonus bet. I'm fairly certain it's right, but I understand exactly why it's terrifying because I'm terrified too. Carolina over the Jets. I love it. Fade the Jets into oblivion. We've got a Carolina team that's plucky and underrated. Perfect. Indy over San Diego. Money line. I don't love it. It's right, but I hate betting against the better quarterback. We might downgrade that to a bonus bet as well.
Then we'll have to add something.
No, oh yeah, no, never mind. That's one of our 5 because we can't count the Seahawks because they're a fuckery. It's not a contest line.
Right.
Oh, and because Tampa. Okay, never mind. We got to keep Indy. 1 unit. Again, don't adore it, but it's the right play. Atlanta over San Francisco money line. Again, it's just there's nobody left on San Francisco's defense. A lot of underdogs this week for us. Tampa over Detroit. When are they going to respect our boy? 1 on each. And then finally, Seattle over Houston. We're moving the line using New England as an anchor leg. That's just fucking love. How do we only have 4 units bet? My spreadsheet? Because my spreadsheet's fucked up. 6.5 units bet. I love it, dude. This is clean. This is one of the I feel better about this week than most. Lock it in?
Yeah, I like it. I think lock it in.
Are we fucking done podcasting for the night?